It's time for the Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association 4A State Basketball Tournament, presented by EAB Sports. Today's game is brought to you by Centennial Bank, NEA Baptist, First Community Bank, the U.S. Navy, Ritter Communications, St. Bernard's, Air Today, Farmers and Merchants Bank, the United States Air Force, and ASU Newport.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
I said I'd never join.
Thought living on sub would be too hard.
I figured only the weatherman track storms.
I said my job wouldn't matter.
Never knew how strong I was. I never thought this would be my commute.
I figured I'd never get out of my hometown. Or be the one who stops an attack.
Joining the Navy sounds crazy. Saying never actually is.
You've got to have someone that understands what you are doing as a mission. Community bankers are important that way because they understand the community relationships that we have to form to be successful.
I feel like First Community Bank and Myers-Davis, our cultures are so similar. It is all about relationship.
It's a real boon to our community to have a bank like First Community to be supportive of so many things.
They're willing to take a chance on entrepreneurs, which is helpful to make the community grow.
We welcome you to the campus of Magnolia High School inside of Panther Arena for the second day of round one action in the Class 4A state tournament as the Brookland Lady Bearcats take on the eSTEM Lady Mets. Hello everybody, I'm Ethan Murphy. Joined alongside me for the entire tournament is my broadcast partner Alex Gallion. Alex, two great teams. What are you expecting going into tonight?
It's going to be a fun one. This Brookland Lady Bearcat team, they pulled out a huge regional championship win. They're led by Coach Mitchell Weber. Only his third year at Brookland. He's led this Brookland Lady Bearcat team to three back-to-back state tournament appearances. And now he can finally put a year on that banner for the regional championship. They beat Stuttgart Lady Ricebirds in a massive, massive win to send them here tonight.
It was an incredible performance there at the 4A2 regional tournament on the campus of Highland High School. But don't count eSTEM out. eSTEM coming into this matchup with a conference record of 8-2. They have a lot of great players on their roster, and Brookland does as well. It's going to be a very competitive matchup, and I'm excited to see who can advance to the second round.
Oh yeah, eSTEM, they are led by Coach Sanders. It's also her third year. So the coaching experience for both of these teams, the same year, both three-year coaches for both squads. So this ought to be a fun one. Brookland, they're looking for a win. They lost last year to Nashville, the Lady Scrappers, first round. Coach Weber and the Brookland Lady Bearcats are looking to redeem that.
It's going to be a fun one tonight. You know, obviously both of us very familiar with the Brookland Lady Bearcats. It's going to be an exciting matchup to watch, see what they can do. eSTEM, you know, they have some great shooters on their team as well, so it's really just going to be an all-around competitive, fun matchup. High tension, high stakes for both teams. Brookland trying to get past the second round, or the first round this year.
If they can do that, that'd be huge for them. But we talked to Coach Mitchell Weber, and I've heard it before, this eSTEM team is tough. and he's been saying it. He said that this eSTEM team was going to be tough to beat. So it's going to be very interesting to see on how we could come out tonight. Want to mention that eSTEM, the away team tonight, they have black jerseys with blue stripes with yellow and blue lettering. The Brookland Lady Bearcats with white jerseys tonight with black and white stripes, including with black and red lettering.
Up for the tip-off is going to be a 5'9" senior, number 1, Evan Paulsgrove, and we're going to see number 12, Samaya Magsby for the eSTEM Lady Mets. The tip will be won by Brookland, but Thornton going to drive way downtown. The shot will not fall off the back glass. Paulsgrove going to be on that rebound. Paulsgrove spin move, almost loses her handle on it, kicks it out to Cassidy King on the right wing for 3 to start out the matchup for Brookland.
A great job from Paulsgrove. She was able to get the defensive rebound, take it down, and she was able to send it out to her teammate Cassidy King for the big 3.
eSTEM trying to reciprocate that 3 and challenge them right back at the top of the key. We'll see a pull-up from Thornton. The shot will not fall.
eSTEM's definitely brought a crowd here in their student section.
We're going to see a foul as Berkeley Brewer tries to dribble out along the perimeter and try to find a shot opening. The foul will be charged against number 10, Morgan Thornton. Millie Ford going to be on the pass in. Passes it to Paulsgrove in the paint. It will be stolen by Precious Powell. She'll take it coast to coast off the back glass for an easy bucket.
Yeah, that was a great job from her. I mean, she read that pass just like a book, and she was able to take it down, get a bucket. So eSTEM, that'll be their first points.
Around the perimeter is Brookland trying to find a shot opening. Brewer over to Paulsgrove. eSTEM already with a lot of defensive pressure against the Lady Bearcats. We're going to see Brewer over to Paulsgrove in the left corner. Baseline drive. The shot will not fall off the back glass.
Yeah, just kind of an awkward shot from her. That's definitely not what she wanted there. Brookland, they got to be able to stop doing that.
Thornton on the right wing passes it down. And the shot will not fall that time either. Cassidy King going to be on the rebound. It's going to just roll off the front iron. A 3-point play from Paulsgrove at the top of the key. The shot will not fall. It'll be a bit too short.
Yeah, I think Paulsgrove, she rushed that. That's not the shot she needs to be shooting. She needs to be able to plant her feet, and that's a problem right there. If she keeps shooting shots like that, Brookland's not going to win tonight.
We're going to see Powell over to number 33. And we will see a foul called as Powell attempts to have a baseline drive. It's going to be against number 10, Berkeley Brewer on the Brookland Lady Bearcats.
One team foul apiece so far for both eSTEM and Brookland.
We're going to see McGee throw it out to Powell. Powell at the top of the key, trying to drive and find a bucket. Some good ball movement. Robinson Smith trying to break past Amelia Ford. The Lady Bearcats doing a great job on defense, keeping eSTEM at bay. And it's going to be tipped by Paulsgrove, but it's going to roll out of bounds off the hands of Emily Coleman.
Yeah, Paulsgrove, she was trying to box out there in the paint. She was able to get a hand on it, but eSTEM's going to retain the possession here.
On the pass-in is going to be number 33, Treasure McGee. Powell at the top of the key. A nice screen play from Robinson Smith, leading to the easy bucket for the Lady Mets early in this game.
Yeah, I mean, as the shot clock was expiring, she had about 4 seconds to get that bucket in, so she got it. So eSTEM will take the lead over the Brookland Lady Bearcats.
Cassidy King down to Coleman on the right wing. Brookland passing it around the perimeter, trying to get past this defense. Paulsgrove going to be in the right corner. Coleman will drive, throws up a shot off the back glass, and it will fall. A nice aggressive drive from Emily Coleman.
Yeah, great job from Coleman there. She was able to swerve around the defense there and was able to get inside for an easy bucket.
Staying near the half-court line is going to be Powell, trying to command the offense. We're going to see McGee pass out. And there will be a foul called as number 5, Desiree Robinson-Smith, tries to go up for the mid-range.
Coach Weber seemed a little disappointed with that play right there.
The foul will be charged on number 10, Berkeley Brewer. She'll be taken out of the game. We're going to see a pass down to Thornton. There's a tussle for the ball between Emily Coleman and Thornton.
Great job from Cassidy King and Coleman there. Both able to pressure that possession there and able to cause a turnover so the Lady Bearcats will get it back here.
Kylie Brown going to be down the court for Brookland. eSTEM trying to not let any Lady Bearcats points go through. We're going to see a lob down to Cassidy King in the paint. It's going to go off of her hands. She just wasn't able to get a handle on it and out of bounds.
Yeah, that's a costly turnover. Brooklyn, they're not going to be able to do that for very long tonight. eSTEM will start taking over with turnovers. They're very good at causing turnovers and then making those turnovers turn into points, so they've got to stop doing that.
We'll see a drive play, but Coleman going to swipe it down to Paulsgrove. Paulsgrove will drive, throws up a shot. It will not fall. Cassidy King going to be able to recover it on the left wing. In the corner is King for 3, and the shot will fall for Cassidy King.
I thought Emily Coleman was wide open in the corner, but Cassidy King, she decides to shoot it anyway, but she made it, so that was a good play.
We're going to see McGee on the right wing trying to find it to pass out to someone. Powell with the baseline drive. Is it down to Thornton, and an easy bucket for Thornton off the back glass.
Yeah, that was a great drive. And a nice kick out to Thornton, too. Thornton was at the right place, right time to be able to get that easy basket. So eSTEM's still going to, or they're going to be down by 2 here.
Something I've noticed about eSTEM so far, their team chemistry is really on point. They know exactly when to take looks, but so does Brookland. And from way beyond the arc is going to be Paulsgrove for 3 at the top of the key to start off this match. For Brookland, we've seen 3 3-pointers already. There's going to be a timeout. You're watching the Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association 4A State Basketball Tournament.
I chose a car that would be safe for our family. And when it comes to our financial future, I don't take any chances there either. That's why we bank with Centennial. They give me everything I could want in a bank, from the latest technology to great service. But the biggest thing they give me is confidence. So in a time when there's plenty of things to worry about, my money isn't one of them.
We welcome you back to the campus of Magnolia High School inside of Panther Arena, joining you for the first matchup of the day here for day 2 of the 4A state tournament. Brookland currently in the lead 11-6. It's going to be eSTEM's possession. A pass out, Precious Powell gonna drive and the shot will fall. She gets past 4 Bearcat defenders.
Yeah, she was able to spin in transition, was able to get to the post and attack the post and able for the easy bucket. So it's Brookland will still lead, but that was a nice bucket for the Lady Mets.
We're gonna see Paulsgrove spin move.
It's gonna be a carry call on Evan Paulsgrove. See, mistakes like that cannot happen. Carry calls like that, I know that was a one-time thing, but they're not going to be able to do that for very much longer.
From way beyond the arc on the left wing was number 5, Smith. Hit it off the top of the back glass, but it will be recovered for the Lady Mets. We'll see it down to Thornton. A kick out, but Paulsgrove going to swipe it out of the way and out of bounds.
Yes.
eSTEM going to maintain possession, but a nice aggression play by Paulsgrove. We're going to see it out to number 10, Thornton. Baseline drive from Powell. The shot will not fall. Another tip out, this time going to be called off of the hands of the Mets.
I love Amelia Ford's aggression there. She didn't actually get a hand on that ball, but I feel like her presence alone was able to cause that turnover on eSTEM.
Kylie Brown going to be down the floor for Brookland on the right wing. Almost loses her dribble on it. It's going to kick it over to Paulsgrove at the top of the key. Paulsgrove with the handles, drives, throws up a shot off the back glass, and it will fall for Evan Paulsgrove.
That's classic Evan Paulsgrove. I mean, that's what she's known for. She's able to get so saucy. What a saucy player she is.
All 3 games in the 4A2 regional tournament, she had 20-plus points. Thornton over to number 5, Robinson Smith. The shot will not fall off the front iron. It will go right into the hands of Paulsgrove. She kicks it down to Amelia Ford in the paint for an easy shot off the back glass.
Yeah, great assist from Paulsgrove to Ford. Ford, she filled her lane the most perfect way possible to be able to get Brookland another basket there.
Brookland really wants it this year to go past the first round. Last year they lost first round to the Gravette Lady Lions. You'll see a put up from Powell. And the foul will be called offensively as Powell tried to get it over to Robinson Smith. It's going to be called in Brookland's favor. Brookland with possession of the ball.
So
there's just under a minute to go here in the first. Paulsgrove will drive, hop, step. The shot will not fall, but Amelia Ford going to be on the putback. And will draw a foul. Amelia Ford going to be no good off the front iron. We're going to see the top of the key is going to be Thornton, and it will be tipped out of bounds by Kylie Brown as she tries to swipe it, not able to get a handle on it. The top of the key is Powell. Brookland Lady Bearcats with a lot of defensive pressure and less than 30 to go. We'll see Powell drive, and she's going to get it. Rolled around the rim a little bit there, but she'll be able to get the shot off. Paulsgrove with the handles for Brookland. Spin move, and there will be a travel called on Evan Paulsgrove.
She's throwing her hands up like she didn't travel, but that was clearly a travel, so good call by the senior officials.
With 5 seconds left to shoot, we're going to see Powell at the top of the key for eSTEM. She'll drive past all 5 Brookland defenders. The shot will not fall, and that is going to end out your first quarter. Brookland currently up 17-10. You're watching the Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association 4A state basketball tournament.
Looking for what comes next? For that moment when everything finally...
1 minute!
Whichever path you choose, it starts here.
When you look at St. Bernard's today, you'll see history being made, day after day. Because the people of St. Bernard's never stop providing healing that goes beyond medicine, beyond the walls of our hospitals and clinics. And our mission grows stronger every day. A mission started by sisters determined to bring healing to all those in need. Today, and for generations to come. St. Bernard's, 125 years of healing beyond medicine.
We welcome you back to the campus of Magnolia High School inside of Panther Arena. To start out the second quarter, Brookland going to be up by 7 points. And we're going to see an immediate jump ball as Powell and Paulsgrove fight for it. And it's going to go to the Brookland Lady Bearcats. Kylie Brown down the floor for Brookland. Down to Paulsgrove. Cassidy King gonna fight in the paint. Throws a shot attempt up. Didn't look like it was gonna fall, but Cassidy King on the nice contested shot. See Powell kick out to number 20, White. Brookland faithful in the arena calling a walk, and a three-point play in the corner for number 2, Kyle Green. We're going to see a drive from Coleman, and the shot will fall off the back glass for Emily Coleman. Brookland has done a great job so far, keeping their heads up, even though they know they're playing a really tough team tonight, trying to get past the first round. eSTEM right behind them, though. We'll see a drive. It'll fall off the hands of Robinson Smith. A foul will be drawn to number 20, Cassidy King. We'll see Morgan Thornton at the line here to shoot 2. The first shot will be no good off the front iron. And her second shot will fall with the swish. Let's see Cassidy King lose her handle on the ball. It'll be a backcourt violation as she dribbles.
I think it's going to be a legal screen call on Brown.
Powell on the left wing over to Thornton. Kick out in the right corner for 3. The shot will not fall that time, but no board. Second time is not going to be the charm. Another O board. Brookland not able to get it, and a travel will be called. Another turnover in favor of the Brookland Lady Bearcats. Paulsgrove trying to break past 2 defenders, and it will be tipped out of bounds off of Powell. She tried to get a handle on it and steal it back for her team, but it would not go. Kylie Brown going to be on the kick out. Powell tried to tip it, but it's going to go into the hands of King. Out to Coleman at the top of the key. Paulsgrove on the left wing. And we'll see a travel called on Amelia Ford that time. Tried to make something happen with the shot attempt.
Yeah, she had already planted her feet, and she moved that pivot foot, so that's going to cost her a turnover. A lot of turnovers so far. It's not necessarily affecting Brookland right now, but that could change, especially as we go on in this game.
Precious Powell at the top of the key. Kick out. We'll see in the left corner. Attempted to get it down in the paint, but Cassidy King going to be able to tip it and take the ball back for Brookland. Paulsgrove going to drive, attempts to throw a shot up, and will draw the foul. There will be contact, and Paulsgrove will go up to the line here to shoot 2. Foul will be charged to Thornton. Paulsgrove going to go up for her first free throw attempt, and it will not fall. It's just going to roll out the rim there. Paulsgrove goes up for her second. The shot will not fall that time either. Another foul as all the players charge the ball for the rebound.
Morgan Thornton of eSTEM, her third personal foul. Number 5, Desiree Robinson-Smith checks back in for eSTEM.
It's going to be another foul against Thornton.
Still only 2 team fouls so far for eSTEM compared to Brookland's 1 in the second quarter.
We're going to see a kick out to Paulsgrove in the left corner. The shot will not fall. Emily Coleman with the O board. The top of the key is Paulsgrove with the handles. She'll drive down the lane. A mid-range, not going to fall.
Yeah, again, just not the best shot from Paulsgrove there. I'm honestly not real sure why she had shot that. Honestly, it's good that Cassidy King was able to come down and get that rebound, so she's able to draw a foul, so she'll go to the line.
Cassidy King shooting 2 for Brookland.
King gonna go for her second free throw, and the shot will fall. Precious Powell down the floor for eSTEM. They've got to make something happen here. They're currently down by 8 with less than 5 to play in the second. It's gonna go out of bounds off the hands of number 30 for the Lady Mets. Paulsgrove gonna be at the half-court line for Brookland, trying to find someone to hand it over to. It's gonna be Kylie Brown. Lady Mets really so far have done a great job with defensive pressure, and we'll see a steal that time. We'll see number 12 throw it down, going coast to coast. The first shot will not fall, tries to get the putback and will draw the foul.
Brookland foul number 4, Kylie Brown, her first.
The foul will be charged to Kylie Brown. Magsby gonna be up at the line. Her first shot will not fall.
Number 22, Zoe Winston in for Brookland.
Zoe Winston gonna be on the check-in for Brookland. Magsby gonna be good on her second one. Down the floor is Kylie Brown. She'll trip and fall. Lets Powell pick it back up, and she'll take it coast to coast for the easy layup.
A costly turnover once again from Brookland, and now eSTEM's really starting to pick it up, only down 22-17.
Paulsgrove with the ball for Brookland. Spin move. Throws a shot attempt up off the back glass, and it will fall.
With less than 4 to go here in this first half, Brookland leads 24-17.
Powell over on the left wing. The shot will not fall for 3. Emily Coleman gonna swipe it after the O-board. And we'll tip it out of bounds. eSTEM able to keep possession of the ball. Powell at the top of the key. Kick out over to number 20. And we'll see on the left wing for 3 again. The shot will not fall for eSTEM. eSTEM having a little bit of trouble on the perimeter.
Yeah, the trade ball's just not hitting for them so far in this first half.
Kevin Paulsgrove awaiting instruction from head coach Mitchell Weber. Passes it over to Emily Coleman. Emily Coleman gonna drive, and it will not fall that time. Powell gonna end up with the ball in her hand, and she will throw up a shot attempt. It'll just roll out of the rim. Defensive rebound from Zoe Winston. A mid-range gonna be popped from Emily Coleman. That shot will not fall either. Both teams having a little bit of a scoring drought right now. Haven't been able to knock some shots down in a few possessions at least.
Yeah, still 24-17 with 2:30 left to go in the opening half.
The top of the key is Powell. We'll see it thrown down in the paint, a spin move. It will not fall. Paulsgrove with a clean block, but there will be a foul called.
Yeah, the Brookland fans not happy with that call. It seemed to be number 33, McGee, kind of shoved in Emily Coleman just a little bit. I think they wanted more of a call, but they're not going to get it. But Brookland's going to get the ball back here.
Paulsgrove with the ball for Brookland. eSTEM with a lot of defensive pressure. We'll see it roll off the hands of Emily Coleman. The Lady Mets able to pick it up.
Oh, wow.
Coleman charge one of the Lady Mets.
Yeah, Coleman just absolutely derailed Powell there. Yeah, I'm surprised she didn't get a technical for that. I mean, that was, she's going to be subbed out too.
Emily Coleman, a player that we've known to be aggressive all season long for these Lady Bearcats. She's fouled out of plenty of games as the season has gone on.
And that's not a good thing, though. That's not. You can't be fouling out a majority of your games. I mean, especially in moments like that where your team needs you the most.
We'll see Powell with the ball for eSTEM. She's trying to get around Kylie Brown, and there will be a foul called. She attempted to drive. Kylie Brown gonna get the foul called on her.
Be 14 fouls apiece for both squads here with about a minute 39 left in the second quarter.
Powell. We'll see Thornton out to number 20, Demaya White. Another foul will be drawn as we'll see Nagsby try to drive.
Yeah, Cassidy King will pick up her first personal, and that's going to be the 15 foul. So Easton will officially be in the bonus here.
Nagsby going to be up at the line here. Her first shot will fall. Brookland has had a lot of aggression so far in this matchup, and it's kind of been to their detriment a little bit, letting the Lady Mets almost have a comeback. The second shot from Magsby will fall as well.
Yeah, that's for sure. Eastham, they're definitely picking it up here in the second quarter. I expect them to be a lot better in the second half.
See Paulsgrove drive and draw a foul of her own as she attempts to put up the layup. Paulsgrove going to be at the line to shoot two. Will sink her first.
Now Paulsgrove so far with 9 points tonight. It's 25-19. Brookland still with a lead here.
Paulsgrove going to go 2 for 2 on the free throws. Paulsgrove, a great shooter for Brookland. Powell going to throw it over in the corner for three. The shot will not fall, but Magsby able to pick it back up in the paint for the and one counted.
Yeah, that was a great job from her, and that was a really tough finish too at the rim to get the and one. It's going to make it a really, really close game. Eastham's only down by 5 now with about a minute 01 left in the second quarter.
Magsby tries to convert on the three-point play, and it will not fall. Cassidy King going to be on that rebound. Paulsgrove behind the back. Trying to get past number 2 for Eastham. A reverse layup. Not going to be able to finish it, but Zoe Winston with the offensive rebound. Paulsgrove going to throw up the three-point attempt from the left wing. Zoe Winston again with that rebound. Cassidy King going to go up for three. Brookland not able to take it.
Zoe Winston's definitely being a hustler. With those offensive rebounds, I mean, that's something that her team's really going to need, especially as this game goes on.
Brookland had 3 shot attempts there, just wasn't able to knock any down.
Both teams will end up in the bonus here.
Whenever Kylie Brown tried to get that third offensive rebound, she got a little bit too aggressive, sending Magsby over to the free throw line. Magsby's first will not fall. Magsby throws up her second. That one's not going to fall either. Not able to connect on either free throw. Brookland trying to make something happen here. The last few possessions have been a little rocky for the Lady Bearcats, trying to put up a last shot attempt before the end of the quarter. Paulsgrove with the handle. She will drive, throws up a shot attempt, but will draw contact.
Yeah, she's fouled hard. Magsby's going to pick up that foul for eSTEM. Be 16 fouls for eSTEM here. They're still down by 5 with only 16 seconds left in the second quarter.
Paulsgrove going to be no good on her first free throw. In for Brookland, we're going to see number 2, Hadley Jones. Paulsgrove going to be good on her second free throw. With 15 seconds left to play, Powell going to pass it over. A left wing 3 incoming. The shot will not connect. An O-board pass out to Powell on the right wing this time. Neither is going to fall. A rebound from Hadley Jones. That's going to send us to halftime. Brooklyn going to be leading 27-21. You're watching the Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association 4A state basketball tournament.
I chose a car that would be safe for our family. And when it comes to our financial future, I don't take any chances there either. That's why we bank with Centennial. They give me everything I could want in a bank, from the latest technology to great service. But the biggest thing they give me is confidence. So in a time when there's plenty of things to worry about, my money isn't one of them.
Looking for what comes next? For that moment when everything finally...
1 minute!
Whichever path you choose, it starts here.
You need a job, a future. So what should you do? Where should you go? At ASU Newport, the answer is just down the road. With 3 campuses tailored to different skill sets, ready to set you soaring with in-demand skills and unlimited earning potential. Our Jonesboro campus features programs in welding, patient care technology, advanced manufacturing, and more. Start your future now at ASU Newport, your community college.
For every moment, for every memory, from that first car, to your first home, to your first child, and all the highs and lows that tomorrow might bring. For everything that matters most to you and your family, there's someone right around the corner dedicated to helping you protect what you love. Your local Farm Bureau insurance agent. Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service, real people.
We welcome you back to the campus of Magnolia High School here inside of Panther Arena to start out this first game. Alex, you got some stats for us.
Yeah, Brookland leads eSTEM so far, 27-21. Paulsgrove with the most points with 10. You talk about number 5, Amelia Ford. She's got 4 points on the night. You talk about Cassidy King. She's got 9. And number 21, that is Emily Coleman. She's got 4. For eSTEM, Powell's got the most points with 8 points so far tonight. Magsby with 7, and Kayla Green with only 3 points tonight. So kind of it's been slow for eSTEM at the very beginning of this game, but as the second quarter has gone down, they've starting to pick it up. So I expect them to pick it up a lot in the second half.
And we're going to cut to break real quick, but Brookland currently up at the half, 27-21. You're watching the Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association 4A state basketball tournament.
Upgrade to a new Train home comfort system with Air Today and receive up to $2,500 in instant rebates and tax incentives. Special financing is available, subject to credit approval. Call Air Today, your trusted heat and air company.
It's hard to stop a train.
A Ritter Go-Getter gets everything done, and Ritter Gig Internet can handle a ton. You'll create art for the whole world to see, find new ways to support all your teams, and arrange new arrangements for arranging your screens. You'll game, you'll stream, you'll bike till you can't, create filtered water for you and your plants, or watch video instructions for hemming your pants. With Ritter Internet, look at all you'll accomplish, connect all your devices, and, schmabomplish? With Wi-Fi this fast, there can be none better. So get in touch and be a Ritter Go-Getter.
Since 1945, we've been more than just a bank. We've been deeply rooted in communities across Arkansas, growing alongside the families and businesses we serve. We started the Farmers and Merchants Bank in Stuttgart, Arkansas 80 years ago to ensure working folks could borrow money to run their farms, fund their businesses, and build their families' futures. Today, Farmers and Merchants Bank is proud to continue supporting our communities, including our students and athletes. Farmers and Merchants Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Attention sports enthusiasts, get ready to be amazed by Summerwood Sports Complex, the new state-of-the-art facility in Bryant. Our facility offers up to 4 courts spread across 2 spacious gyms, conveniently located off Interstate 30 in Bryant. Whether you're a team seeking tournament glory or an individual looking to elevate your skills, Summerwood Sports has got you covered. Discover more about our cutting-edge facility and check availability at summerwoodsports.com.
We welcome you back here on the campus of Magnolia High School inside of Panther Arena for day 2 of the 4A state tournament. Round 1 action here in the 4A classification. Alex, what do you think the eSTEM and Brookland can do to, come out of tonight with a win? Both teams really wanting to progress to the second round. I know Brookland really does, them having lost to Gravett last year in the first round.
Well, I believe Brookland is doing a solid job so far. There's been a couple offensive mistakes that I think that they could end up working out. There's just a couple kinks. For eSTEM, it's kind of hard to say. They're not playing a bad game, but their tray ball has just not been it today so far in this first half. They've not been consistent from the three-point line at all so far. That's something that Brookland has been. That's what Brookland is beating them so far in the three-point department. They're beating them in that right now. eSTEM, they got to come out. They got to be able to start hitting threes. If they can't hit threes, then they got to be able to drive inside the paint, attack the paint, and get a bucket like that. But if they can't do that, they're going to struggle against Brookland. So, and I just overall think Brookland, their three-point game has been so far better than eSTEM. But Brookland, they got to come out here. They got to stop making less mistakes. They got to stop throwing up bad shots. I mean, that's what they're scoring more, but they're throwing up worse shots compared to eSTEM. I think Brookland has had a poor shot selection so far in this first half, even though they lead the score, and they lead the eSTEM Lady Mets right now. But I think eSTEM, they need to come back out here in the second half. If they're not going to be able to go consistent from the three-point line, then they got to start driving that paint. That's the only way I see them beating Brookland tonight, is if they can get inside the paint and be able to defend off attackers that are coming in like that. So Brookland, they lead 27-21. Still anyone's ball game, Ethan.
We've seen eSTEM with a lot of offensive rebounds so far. They just really haven't been able to convert and connect on any shot attempts. And even when they do, Brookland is right there answering right back with shot attempts of their own. But we've also seen Brookland with a lot of offensive rebounds not able to connect. Like you said, anybody's ball game. It's really, really close right now. These are two fantastic teams to start out the day with. We're going to take another short break before getting into your second half of action. You're watching the Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association 4A State Basketball Tournament.
You've got to have someone that understands what you are doing as a mission. Community bankers are important that way because they understand the community relationships that we have to form to be successful.
I feel like First Community Bank and Myers-Davis, our cultures are so similar. It is all about relationship.
It's a real boon to our community to have a bank like First Community to be supportive of so many things.
They're willing to take a chance on entrepreneurs, which is helpful to make the community grow.
When you look at St. Bernard's today, you'll see history being made, day after day, because the people of St. Bernard's never stop providing healing that goes beyond medicine, beyond the walls of our hospitals and clinics, and our mission grows stronger every day. A mission started by sisters determined to bring healing to all those in need, today and for generations to come. St. Bernard's, 125 years of healing beyond medicine.
If you grew up playing basketball in this state, you recognize their names. Isaiah Joe, Bobby Portis, Malik Monk. They may be playing in the association now, but they got their start here. You want to find out who the next Shakina Strickland, Kristen Williams, or Austin Reeves is? Just tune in starting March 13th, and it runs all weekend long. For all the ways to watch, just log on to myarpbs.org/sports.
We join you back here on the campus of Magnolia High School inside of Panther Arena to kick off Game 1 of Day 2 action in the Class 4A state tournament. Coming out of the half, Brookland leads the score 27-21. We're going to see eSTEM with the ball at a half, hoping to try to put some more shots up and get some more to fall so that they can come back and possibly come out of tonight with a win.
Yeah, we got a huge matchup too. eSTEM, the boys will play. They will play Forest City after this ball game.
We'll see an immediate drive from Powell. Paulsgrove gonna block it, steal it for her own, throw it way downtown to Berkeley Brewer. Berkeley Brewer gonna throw it back to Coleman, and there will be a foul called. Another foul charge to Morgan Thornton. She could be in foul trouble if she's not careful.
I mean, you talk about Emily Coleman too. She could end up in foul trouble as well.
We'll see Berkeley Brewer pass it in the paint to Paulsgrove for an easy basket. Brooklyn leads with 8 now to start out the third quarter. Powell at the top of the key over to Green on the left wing. A nice screen there. Pass over in the right corner for 3. The shot will not fall. Paulsgrove gonna be on that rebound.
I'm surprised they're giving possession arrow back to Brooklyn. I thought Evan had a hand on that one. I thought it was gonna go out of bounds on Evan.
Brooklyn able to keep possession of it. Paulsgrove down the floor for Brooklyn. Trying to find someone to give it out to. It's going to be Amelia Ford at the top of the key. We're going to see possession change in favor of the eSTEM Lady Mets there. With 7 minutes left to play in the third. Powell at the top of the key. It's going to go over to Green, down to Magsby. It's going to be tipped out of bounds by Cassidy King, trying to apply a lot of pressure to Magsby in the paint. You know, you mentioned it in the halftime show, but they're going to have to fight more in the paint. These perimeter shots do not seem to be falling. And number 33, McGee, going to catch it immediately, plant her feet, and will be a travel called on her.
Something else I should mention, both. It's not just Brooklyn or eSTEM, it's both of them. They're both turning the ball over a lot. And it's turnovers that just don't need to happen.
See Amelia Ford trying to get it down to King. There's going to be a tussle for the ball. Coleman going to end up with the ball. A timeout will be called. You're watching the Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association 4A State Basketball Tournament.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation, an expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
We welcome you back here at Panther Arena. Immediately out of the timeout, we're going to see Emily Coleman going to get a travel call on her. The possession will shift in the Lady Mets' favor. Brookland currently up 29-21 with 6:27 left to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, 29-21 here.
As Powell drives, it's almost tipped by Coleman. Powell gonna end up with the ball back in her hand, throws a shot up off the back glass. It's not gonna fall. Paulsgrove gonna end up with the ball. Pass down to Berkeley Brewer. Brewer throws up a shot attempt, not able to convert. Amelia Ford gonna be able to get it. Some good ball movement, thrown back out to the perimeter. Baseline drive from Coleman for the easy layup off the back glass.
Great ball movement from Brookland there. I'll definitely give that one to him. It was a great transition to be able to get inside like that.
We're going to see another timeout called as Brookland leads by 10. You're watching the Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association 4A State Basketball Tournament.
When you're at home, you need right fiber. Some say it's not whether you win or lose, but how you play. Maybe. But with Right Fiber's 100% fiber internet, you always win. No matter which side you're on. Fall in love with your gig speed internet. Get gig smitten. Get Right Fiber.
We welcome you back here on the campus of Magnolia High School inside of Panther Arena. Brookland currently up 31-21, a 10-point deficit on the board against the Lady Mets. They're trying to maintain their pressure and intensity and come out of tonight going to the second round.
I mean, when Coach Weber first became the head coach of the Brookland Lady Bearcats, they had went to Blytheville for the state tournament, made it to the second round. They had ended up losing, but last year it was an upset win for Gravett over Brookland. So they definitely want to advance this year here at Magnolia.
Powell going to be at the top of the key for the Lady Mets. We're going to see number 33, McGee, drive. We're going to see a foul called on Emily Coleman. Pass out for Powell for the Lady Mets.
It'll be 2 team fouls for eSTEM here to compare to Brookland's 1 in this third.
Powell gonna pass it out on the right to the right corner. Gonna throw it down to Magsby. Throws up a shot attempt, gets her on the O-board, and it will roll out of bounds. It's gonna be out on the hands of a Lady Bearcat. The Bearcat faithful in-house not very happy about that call. We're going to see a pass out to Green. Powell on the left wing. Paulsgrove defending her. It's going to be a tough time to get past Paulsgrove. She'll get it passed back to her. There's going to be off the back glass a foul called.
It ended up being a blocking foul on that one.
We'll see Powell go up to the line. She'll be shooting 2 here. Powell going to go up for her first. And the shot will fall for Precious Powell. Powell now with 11 points on the board for eSTEM. Powell going to be 2 for 2 on the free throw attempts. eSTEM with a pretty significant student section, considering that they're coming all the way from Little Rock.
I mean, Brookland had a way farther drive than eSTEM did.
Paulsgrove in the left corner, thought about driving, gonna kick it out to King. Some good ball movement. Berkeley Brewer gonna throw it up for the tray ball, and it will fall off the right wing shot.
Yeah, huge 3 for Berkeley there. It will make it 34 for Brookland compared to eSTEM's 23 with less than 5 to go.
We're gonna see an answer right back from McGee.
Yeah, eSTEM responds back with another 3-pointer there, Ethan.
Both teams trying to ramp up the pressure, ramp up the tension. Stakes are high tonight. A kick out from Paulsgrove to Brewer for back-to-back threes. It's just gonna roll out of the rim.
Yeah, unfortunate for Berkeley. You could see the disappointment on her face all the way up from our broadcast booth.
But it is gonna roll out of bounds. The Lady Bearcats gonna get possession of the ball back, possibly able to convert and get another 3-point play. Paulsgrove going to be on the pass in, lobs it down to Cassidy King in the paint, who will throw up the contested shot against Magsby, but Magsby going to catch it. We'll see another foul call. That one going to be offensive on number 20, Cassidy King.
Yeah, it'll be 3 team fouls for Brookland to eSTEM's 2.
Precious Powell down the floor for eSTEM. She's trying to get past Paulsgrove. Will drive, kick out to the left corner for the tray ball. It will not fall. Rolls out of bounds off the front iron.
I think Cassidy King might have just got hit in the eye.
King looking like she's struggling. But eSTEM gonna end up back with possession of the ball. Powell, the top of the key, will drive down this time, and the shot will not fall off the back glass. Cassidy King with the rebound. Passes it down to Paulsgrove, and we'll see a foul drawn. It's gonna be on Precious Powell. Got a little bit too aggressive trying to get her defensive pressure up immediately as she passed half court. We're gonna see a pass in here from Kylie Brown. Paulsgrove gonna lose her handle on it.
Just bad pass attempt there from King to Paulsgrove. Paulsgrove, I think she was maybe a little too eager. King ended up trying to pass to her, just gonna go right out of bounds. So it's gonna be another turnover for Brookland.
It's something we've seen from both teams all matchups so far. Turnover after turnover, you know, depends on the play, but sometimes able to convert for points, sometimes not. Just kind of depends on what play you're talking about, because so far it hasn't really been consistent from either team.
It'll be a timeout from eSTEM.
You're watching the Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association for a state basketball tournament.
Upgrade to a new Train home comfort system with Air today and receive up to $2,500 in instant rebates and tax incentives. Special financing is available, subject to credit approval. Call Air today, your trusted heat and air company.
It's hard to stop a train.
We join you back here on the campus of Magnolia High School inside of Panther Arena. eSTEM coming out of the timeout with the ball. Powell over for the right wing 3. The shot will not fall off the front iron. It will be rebounded by Evan Paulsgrove. Paulsgrove with 2 defenders on her, over to Ford. Ford to Brown on the left wing for 3. It will not fall. Emily Coleman able to get the O-board and put back for Brookland.
A unselfish play from Ford there. She had the open shot top of the key, but she realized Coleman had a way better shot selection, so she kicked it over there. Coleman missed it. They were able to get it back, but that was a great play.
We're going to see an easy put-up drive from number 1, Precious Powell. eSTEM going to be down by 8 points. Brookland trying to keep the pressure against the Lady Mets. Paulsgrove attempted to spin move, lost her handle on it, able to kick it out to Coleman. Coleman for another drive, and the shot will fall for Emily Coleman.
Yeah, nice bucking, tough finish for Coleman there. Make it a 38-28 for Brookland. Brookland with a 10-point lead.
Emily Coleman, a player with a lot of hustle, as we've seen tonight and all season long for Brookland. We're going to see a mid-range that's going to fall short from eSTEM. And it's going to be going into the hands of Brewer. Pass down to Coleman for another drive. It will not fall that time either. We're going to see number 3, Madison Edwards, on that rebound. Step back 3 from Powell. It will not fall, but Magsby able to get the put up. eSTEM only down by 8. Paulsgrove with the spin move. Kick out left wing to Kylie Brown. Emily Coleman gonna sink the 3-pointer as it gets passed back to her. Brown realized she had a better shot to take. And with 1:45 left in the third, Brookland leads 41-30. Powell down the floor for eSTEM. It's gonna be over to Green. Green will drive, throws up a shot attempt off the back glass. It will not fall, but Magsby with another impressive put up in the paint. Seen a lot of hustle from Magsby so far.
Oh yeah, no, she's been definitely a top player for this eSTEM Lady Mets team.
Paulsgrove at the top of the key. She will drive, kick out to Brewer in the left corner. Coleman for the second tray ball. It will not go. Powell going to be on that rebound. It's going to go off of Powell's hands almost, but she's going to pass it down. Amelia Ford able to swipe it.
So Ford is going to get the steal, but when Ford got the basketball, she ends up traveling, so the ball's going to go back to the Lady Mets.
Bearcat faithful in-house. Not happy with the officials this game.
Hey, they have the last say. No matter what, you got to respect that.
Going to see number 22, Zoe Winston, check into the game for Coleman. As Powell gets the ball in the left corner. She'll run around the perimeter and throw up the mid-range. The shot will not fall. Amelia Ford going to be on that rebound. Over to Paulsgrove. Paulsgrove will drive, spin move in the paint, and the shot will not fall for Paulsgrove. And we're going to see a tech charge to Brookland.
Yeah. Be a technical foul on Brookland. Not too sure on exactly who. If it's on Coach Mitchell Weber. Weber has just been, I think that's actually his second technical foul for the Brookland Bearcats in his career. So that's a really costly tech for Mitchell Weber. So technical free throws will be shot from eSTEM. Not entirely sure why they called the technical foul. I'm not too sure. And like you said, yeah, the Brookland faithful very upset right now.
I believe head coach Mitchell Weber talking to the official. I believe somebody on the bench might have said something to the ref.
Well, David Steele and Coach Weber, I think he's fixing to get kicked out of the game if he doesn't be careful. He needs to sit down now. Bobby Gross had to come over there to the bench and console him because Weber is fixing to get in trouble.
Precious Powell going to be no good on either free throw that time. They will still end up with possession. McGee on the pass in with 41 seconds left to play. Brookland leading by 9. Powell at the top of the key. Left wing, she will drive, almost gets the ball knocked out of her hands by Paulsgrove, throws it down to Magsby in the paint, and a travel will be called on Magsby. With 30 seconds left to play, the shot clock is off.
Yeah, Brookland still leads 41-32, less than 30 seconds to go here in this third quarter.
Paulsgrove down the floor will drive, the shot will not fall, but she will draw the foul. The officials going to be talking about what happened. Not too sure what they're necessarily debating.
I think they're debating who the foul's going to be on, who possession's going to go back to, and it seems it's going to go back to Brookland.
It's going to be on Precious Powell.
That's going to be her 14th foul, so she's one away from getting kicked out.
We're going to see a pass out to Brewer. Brewer wide open on the right wing for 3 and will sink the shot. Berkeley Brewer been a great perimeter shooter tonight with 10 seconds left on the clock. Powell over to the right corner for 3, a travel and another turnover in favor of Brookland with 4.5 seconds left to play.
Yeah, Coach Sanders is livid about that one. I mean, that's what I talked about at halftime, the costly turnovers from eSTEM, man. It's just been so consistent from them tonight, and that's not a good thing whatsoever. I think a miscommunication with who was going to go on the court.
Looks like with 4.5 seconds left to play, Cassidy King going to be on the pass in for Brookland.
They're running a play, a special organized play.
And it's going to go out of bounds as Amelia Ford tries to catch it. Off of the Lady Bearcats. We're going to see the eSTEM Lady Mets back with the ball in their court.
Yeah, Brookland is just having all kinds of troubles right now with this substitutions, and it's just been a big error from all of Brookland there.
We're going to see a pass into Powell. We'll see a shot off the back glass from Madison Edwards. The shot will not go. The score will be 44-32 Brookland. You're watching the Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association 4A State Basketball Tournament.
I said I'd never join.
Thought living on sub would be too hard.
I figured only the weatherman track storms.
I said my job wouldn't matter.
Never knew how strong I was. I never thought this would be my commute.
I figured I'd never get out of my hometown. Or be the one who stops an attack.
Joining the Navy sounds crazy. Saying never actually is.
We welcome you back to the campus of Magnolia High School inside of Panther Arena. After a passionate third quarter from the Bearcat faithful, they'll end up with the ball in their hands, leading by 12 with 1 quarter left to play. Cosgrove gonna have the spin move, throws up a shot attempt and will draw contact. It's gonna be on number 1, Precious Powell, an aggressive eSTEM player that we've seen all night long. Cosgrove gonna go up to the line here. Her first shot will fall. Cosgrove trying to get the 2 points from the free throw line, and the shot will fall for Cosgrove. Gonna go 2 for 2. Brookland currently up by 14 points. Precious Powell gonna be at the top of the key for eSTEM. Powell gonna kick it over to number 5, Robinson Smith. And it'll be tipped out of bounds off of a Lady Bearcat. Magsby and the official discussing something, but there will be resume in play. Powell on the left wing. She'll throw it over to number 33 in the left corner for 3, McGee. The shot will not fall. Amelia Ford gonna be on that rebound, down to Coleman. Coleman on the right wing, trying to find someone to hand it off to. It's gonna be Cosgrove. Cosgrove gonna be at the top of the key for Brookland with just above 7 minutes left to go. Brookland trying to drain out the clock and come out of tonight advancing to the second round. Cosgrove with the handles. Spin move, throws up a shot, and it will not fall. Amelia Ford going to be on that rebound, and she will draw contact.
I just don't think that was the greatest shot attempt from Evan Cosgrove there. I just don't think that was the shot that they needed, but Brookland at least keeping the ball back here. They still lead 46-32.
Cassidy King's going to be on the pass-in for Brookland. Kick out to Berkeley Brewer in the right corner for 3. The shot will not fall, but Cassidy King with the O-board. Not able to get the second shot to go either. There will be a tussle for the ball between King and Robinson Smith. The jump ball will be called. We're going to see a timeout. You're watching the Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association 4A State Basketball Tournament.
You need a job, a future. So what should you do? Where should you go? At ASU Newport, the answer is just down the road. With 3 campuses tailored to different skill sets, ready to set you soaring with in-demand skills and unlimited earning potential. Our Jonesboro campus features programs in welding, patient care technology, advanced manufacturing, and more. Start your future now at ASU Newport, your community college.
We welcome you back on the campus of Magnolia High School inside of Panther Arena. It's been an intense first game on the day 2 of action here in the Class 4A state tournament. We're going to see a pass down in the paint for eSTEM. It's going to go to Thornton.
That was a nice feed inside for eSTEM. That's a bucket that they needed.
Paulsgrove going to be down the floor with the handles for Brookland. Kick out to King. King going to throw it over to Coleman. We'll see some good ball movement from the Lady Bearcats. Coleman almost loses her handle on it to Thornton. Cassidy King going to pass it over to Ford. Ford runs around the perimeter, tries to find a shot in the mid-range, but it will not fall. Baseline drive from Coleman. Tries to pass it, and it's going to go right to Magsby.
Wow. Ah, man. I don't necessarily agree with that one. That shot clock should have reset there whenever they got the rebound. The shot clock expired. She ended up traveling for it because she tried to stop because the shot clock expired, but it should have reset. But Brookland's going to have it back.
And Cassidy King going to throw up an easy bucket in the paint for Brookland. Down the floor is Powell for the eSTEM Lady Mets. She'll be at the top of the key over to Robinson Smith. It'll be tipped out of bounds by Cassidy King. Powell going to be on the pass in here for the Lady Mets. Lady Mets down by 14 points with 5:24 left to play. We're going to see an offensive foul. It's going to be on number 10, Morgan Thornton.
Yeah, she's going to be gone.
Brookland going to gain back possession of the ball. Paulsgrove down the floor for Brookland. Paulsgrove trying to get past Powell. She has handles, throws it over to King. Some good ball movement, trying to even get past the perimeter. We're going to see a lob down from Brewer. Not a good look, but it will be tipped out by Powell. Brewer tried to give it down to Cassidy King, but would have rolled out of bounds if it wasn't for a tip by some of the Lady Mets players. Kick out to Cassidy King. Ford thought somebody was behind her to take it, but Magsby going to take it. Ow. Not going to be able to connect on the finish.
Great job from Ford to be able to not give up there in transition.
We're going to see a right wing three-pointer from Paulsgrove. Evan Paulsgrove managing to put it up for the Brookland Bearcats. Able to knock down shots all night long. She currently has 17. Powell kick out. We will see number 33 McGee drive and will draw contact.
Yes, so a huge and one there for eSTEM. They needed that one. It'll make it 51-36 with 4:34 left to go.
Millie Ford going to have that foul called to her. And we'll see McGee go to the line here to try to convert on the three-point play. And her free throw, will not fall. And it'll be tipped out of bounds by Powell trying to get the rebound. A lot of turnovers against eSTEM.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of been the story of today for them.
We see that in a lot of matchups, but not consistently throughout the entire game. It's usually cleaned up by the second half. On the right wing is going to be Kylie Brown. She's going to hand it off to Berkeley Brewer on the left wing. Brookland can barely get past. Coleman going to drive in the paint and will sink the shot.
What a finish from Coleman, man. I mean, that took some strength to get inside like that. Crazy finish at the rim.
Coleman's a really scrappy player that's always able to get in there for the Brookland Lady Bearcats, as we've seen all season long. And the left corner is going to be Green for three. The shot will not fall. It's going to go past the rim, right into the hands of the Lady Bearcats. Kylie Brown kick out to Brewer. Coleman with the baseline drive. A nice look there from Berkeley Brewer, knowing that Coleman kind of has the hot hand right now for the Lady Bearcats.
I mean, she's a defensive anchor already, so offensively, you know, she's only improving every single day.
We're going to see Powell throw up a shot attempt of her own off the back glass. It will fall. We're going to see another timeout by eSTEM. You're watching the Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association 4A State Basketball Tournament.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
You've got to have someone that understands what you are doing as a mission. Community bankers are important that way because they understand the community relationships that we have to form to be successful.
I feel like First Community Bank and Myers Davis, our cultures are so similar. It is all about relationships.
It's a real boon to our community to have a bank like First Community to be supportive of so many things.
They're willing to take a chance on entrepreneurs, which is helpful to make the community grow.
We welcome you back here on the campus of Magnolia High School inside of Panther Arena as we are just about to finish the first game of day 2 of the Class 4A action, the state tournament. Pilesgrove with the ball. Brookland leading 55-38. Going to kick it out to Brewer for 3 on the left wing. The shot is going to roll out of the rim there.
I feel like they could have tried to relax there and maybe try to find a better shot.
We're going to see another drive in the paint from Powell. The shot will not fall, but it'll be tipped out of bounds by Berkeley Brewer. eSTEM going to manage to maintain possession of the ball. It's going to be kicked out to McGee. A mid-range going to be popped from Powell. Magsby going to get the O-board. Puts 2 shot attempts up, and the second will fall. A nice look there from Magsby, able to get it to go after 2 attempts. At the top of the key is going to be Cassidy King. Behind the back is Coleman. Coleman almost losing her handle on the ball, able to recover it. She'll pass it out to Brewer. Brewer to Brown, 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock. They're going to have to throw something up here soon. Kylie Brown, knowing she has to take it, going to kick it out to Cassidy King for 3. Not a very good shot attempt from Cassidy King, knowing she had to just throw it up. And we'll see another timeout here from Brookland. You're watching the Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association 4A State Basketball Tournament.
Attention sports enthusiasts, get ready to be amazed by Summerwood Sports Complex, the new state-of-the-art facility in Bryant. Our facility offers up to 4 courts spread across 2 spacious gyms, conveniently located off Interstate 30 in Bryant. Whether you're a team seeking tournament glory or an individual looking to elevate your skills, Summerwood Sports has got you covered. Discover more about our cutting-edge facility and check availability at summerwoodsports.com.
When you look at St. Bernard's today, you'll see history being made, day after day. Because the people of St. Bernard's never stop providing healing that goes beyond medicine, beyond the walls of our hospitals and clinics. And our mission grows stronger every day. A mission started by sisters determined to bring healing to all those in need, today and for generations to come. St. Bernard's, 125 years of healing beyond medicine.
We welcome you back here on the campus of Magnolia High School inside of Panther Arena with just above 2 minutes left in the matchup. Brookland leads 55-40. We're going to see Precious Powell pop the tray ball at the top of the key. It's going to go off the front iron, gets her own offensive rebound, throws up the mid-range. It will be just short. Magsby and Coleman going to have a fight for the ball. Jump ball is called in favor of, it's going to be the Lady Mets. Trying to find someone to pass it in. It will be Robinson Smith. On the pass out to Powell. Powell, a player we've seen all matchup long, and there will be a foul drawn as she attempts to drive in the paint. it will be against Evan Paulsgrove as she goes to the line to shoot two. We're going to see Powell go up for her first free throw attempt, and it will fall for Precious Powell. Trying to cut down the lead here, only down by 14. And she'll be 2 for 2 on her free throws. And then Paulsgrove down the floor for Brookland. eSTEM going to have to definitely get some turnovers and some steals if they want to come out of tonight with a win. A baseline drive from Coleman. Tries to throw up a shot. It will not fall. We'll see number 2, Kyle Green, going to be on that rebound. Over to Powell. Powell will drive. Throws it up under the basket. The shot will not fall. It's going to be tipped around by a few different people, but it will end up in the hands of Coleman out to Paulsgrove. Paulsgrove with the handles, trying to get past Precious Powell. Precious Powell with a lot of defensive pressure will trip and fall. Kylie Brown able to pick it back up and throw it out to Cassidy King. Brewer going to be on the right wing. Will drive, almost loses her handle on it, decides to kick it out. Kylie Brown going to be on the tray ball attempt. Another offensive rebound for Brookland.
Yeah, they're really just trying to waste the clock right here. They've got a big score. At this point, they've got to win it.
You see Kylie Brown with the ball. We'll say eSTEM, despite being down by 13 with 35 left to play, they're really trying their best to come out of tonight advancing to the second round. We're going to see a foul on number 1, Precious Powell, trying to stop the clock for eSTEM, give them some more time to make a basket. Berkeley Brewer going to be on the pass in for the Lady Bearcats. It's going to be out to King. King going to lose her handle on it, letting Magsby take it from her, drives, and the shot will fall off the back glass. A nice Euro step there from Magsby.
Possibly the last point for eSTEM tonight.
Paulsgrove just going to hold it for Brookland. She has the handles. 15 seconds left to go. There's going to be a carry on the play against Evan Paulsgrove. Paulsgrove looks confused with the call, but with 11.7 seconds left to go, Brookland leading by 11. We're going to see if eSTEM can put up any shots here. It's going to be down to Magsby in the paint. The shot will not fall. It'll be in the hands of Cassidy King. Kick out to Berkeley Brewer, and that is going to be the end of the matchup. The Lady Bearcats going to advance to the second round of the 4A state tournament, winning that matchup 55-44. We'll be right back. You're watching the Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association 4A state basketball tournament.
It's time for the Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association.
I chose a car that would be safe for our family. And when it comes to our financial future, I don't take any chances there either. That's why we bank with Centennial. They give me everything I could want in a bank, from the latest technology to great service. But the biggest thing they give me is confidence. So in a time when there's plenty of things to worry about, my money isn't one of them.
If you grew up playing basketball in this state, you recognize their names. Isaiah Joe, Bobby Portis, Malik Monk. They may be playing in the association now, but they got their start here.
You want to find out who the next Shakina Strickland, Kristen Williams, or Austin Reeves is?
Just tune in starting March 13th, and it runs all weekend long. For all the ways to watch, just log on to myarpbs.org/sports.
We welcome you back here on the campus of Magnolia High School inside of Panther Arena. Alex, any final thoughts on the matchup we just witnessed?
Yeah, huge win for Brookland. They redeemed their loss last year to grab it. They win out tonight 55-44. I want to talk about Evan Paulsgrove as well. 17-point performance tonight. It looks like The girls are destined to either play Nashville or the Pea Ridge Lady Blackhawks in the next round. That game will take place March 6th at 4 o'clock.
We're going to be right back with the matchup between the Forest City Mustangs and the eSTEM Mets. And we will be right back with more Class 4A action. You've watched the Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association 4A State Basketball Tournament.